Hi, my name is Chelsea. Today we're going to be participating in some bowling. Before we begin, I just wanted to make you aware that this session is being recorded. It'll only be seen by my classmates and my professor. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how familiar are you with bowling?
I mean, I'm somewhat familiar with it. Like I bowled when I was little. I bowled grade school. Then I stopped bowling for a while. I got away from it. But the last 5 years or so, we've been bowling in not a real competitive league, but somewhat competitive league.
Okay, so you just do it for pure enjoyment, not super competitive.
Yeah, I mean, I like the competitive nature of it, but it's more friends and just getting together and on Friday nights.
Sure, okay. So what exactly do you enjoy about participating in it?
Well, I enjoy the sport. I'm a competitive person, so I enjoy the competition, trying to beat other teams when I'm playing them, and trying to get a higher average than some of my friends and stuff like that.
So then, because you're in this league, would you say that you enjoy bowling with a group as opposed to bowling by yourself?
I enjoy it more with a group.
Okay, but do you also enjoy it?
I mean, I'll practice by myself. Mm-hmm. I don't have no problem with that. I'd much rather play with a larger group and
sure.
Social aspects of it and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, with any physical activity, there's certain benefits. What do you think the benefits to participating in bowling could or are?
Well, I mean, at least you're doing something. You're moving. It's an activity. If I'm not bowling, I'm watching TV. So at least I'm out, and
right.
There is, I'm sure, benefits to it. Like, I thought I seen like bowling 3 games equivalent to walking a mile or something like that somewhere. But
yeah, definitely, because you have to walk up to the lane,
yeah.
You still have to throw and everything, walk back from the lane, even just walking to go get your balls, your shoes and everything. It's not high intensity like maybe basketball or football would
right.
be, but you're still engaging in
yeah.
physical activity. So besides physical benefits, there's like you can even strengthen your muscles in whatever arm you're using to bowl. There's also mental benefits like relieving stress, and kind of, escaping from any stressors that are in your life while you're focused on bowling and when you're in a group, hanging out in that group. But as you said, you do enjoy playing more socially than when you do alone. So today I did want to focus on promoting community-based leisure, where you engage in activities in the community, whether with friends, family, or groups that just share similar interests with you. So for the purpose of today, we're just going to play a one-on-one. And I'll guide you step by step. I know that you said you're familiar with it, right. But I'd still like to go through the motions and everything to make sure you understand and we're safe and you're comfortable. So first we'll make sure that you have shoes that fit properly, a bowling ball with an appropriate weight for you to use, and then we can start. So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. All right, so first you want to get some bowling shoes that fit. So we'll just go up to the counter and you'll just ask the woman, just tell her what size you are. She'll be able to get you shoes and you can try them out, put them back if they don't fit, and then we'll just make sure they're comfortable for you to play in. All right, so how do those shoes feel for you?
Feel good.
Feel good? All right, so next we're going to have to get a bowling ball. Do you have a specific size and weight you use, or do you want to try a couple out?
I'll try a couple, I guess.
Okay, all right. All right, so there's 10s, 12s, 14s. I know I'm a 10, so let me grab this one. Just make sure you can lift it with at least one hand and it feels comfortable.
I like this one.
You like that one? What size you got there?
15.
All right, you can hold it pretty comfortably just in one hand?
Yeah.
And then how does it feel with the finger holes? Like it's not going to fall out? Yeah? All right, great. So you almost ready to start then?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So last thing we have to do before we begin is get our names up on the board. Let's just... Okay. My name's up there. Alright, good to go. So I'll start. I'll kind of go through the details of how you want to bowl and then you can go after me. Alright, so you may know there's many different ways to throw a bowling ball. Mine may not be the most normal way. But basically, you want to start by coming up to this area here. You grab the bowling ball. I like to put my 2 middle fingers in there and then the thumb in the bottom hole here. Now, you want to stand away from there because you want to walk up. Yeah. You want to walk up and then throw back and release, and you want to make sure that you can, gather some momentum as you're walking up. You also want to make sure that there's nobody around you, there's nobody next to you. You don't want to run into anybody. Some people kind of throw and they might fight a little bit. You don't want any safety issues. When you go up, make sure that you don't cross that line. That's right over here. That's the foul line. It gets pretty slippery after that point. And when you're walking up, you want to kind of keep your eye in the direction that you want the ball to go. You don't have to necessarily stand in the center. You can stand a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left, depending on where you want the ball to go. So I'm going to show you how I throw.
Right. Not
Not necessarily saying to mimic this. Here we go. Not my best. So I kind of stop when I go up, but most people do it in all one motion. Makes it easier and it flows better. But because I got surgery on my ACL, it makes it a little more difficult. But so for me, I hit some pins on the right and the left. So I'm going to try to hit it right down the center. So I'm going to stand in the center there, focus on the head pin, and then we'll try it again, and then you can go.
Okay.
You might want to really focus on your release. I know that's an issue that I have, kind of the follow through. But yeah, just stay focused, take it easy, take it slow. And then, do you have any questions before you go up?
No.
All right, you think you're ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, sounds good. Not bad. Alright, so now that you got those pins, what are you going to try to do here?
I'm going to move over this way. It's like my ball goes further.
Move over to the right and then kind of move your arm to the left there. Alright, that's a good idea. Oh, nice.
Good shot, Justin.
Thank you. You want to see if you can do that?
I'll try it.
Nice job. Let's see if we can keep this up.
Yeah.
Alright, so normally for me, I would move a little to the left and try to get those, but I'm going to try your tactic. Move to the right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be coaching me. That's alright. We still got another try on this one.
I'm going to move to the left.
Sorry, we still got a couple more frames. Now, we're about halfway done. Do you still feel good? You want to keep going? Do you need to take a break or anything?
No, good.
You want to keep going? You got the adrenaline going for you now?
Yeah, I want to go.
All right. Don't do what I just did. Alright, so last time it worked for you. You went to the right a little bit, throw it over to the left.
Yeah. I'm going to try it again.
Try that again. Nice job. Alright, only a couple more frames left. So, gotta put it all into this. You've been putting it all into this? Good, that's what I like to hear. Now, if you were me, where would you stand? Where would you throw here?
Well, your normal straight ball, you want to hit the middle again.
Right.
So whatever your normal straight ball is,
All right.
whatever your first ball is, you do it again. Yep.
Oh, man.
Good shot. Good shot.
All right, one more. You can do it. Just take your time. Follow through. Oh, no. It's okay. We have one more frame left. Make up for that. That's not what you want for the 10th frame, I don't think.
That's what you want to leave.
So for a split, you want to have the ball get to the
Well,
corner.
they tell you up here.
Yeah. Yeah, so for this one, I have two on the right, one on the left. So if I kind of try to aim it to the right, you're hoping that those pins will kick over against the one on the left. Luckily, you haven't had any splits
Yeah.
yet. Knock on wood. Let's see how this is. Alright, 2 out of 3. Alright, last one, let's see it.
All right.
Listen, if you get the rest of the pins down now, you'll get another turn. So it's your time to shine. Oh man, that's okay. You still beat me.
Best I can.
Nice shot. All right, so good job today. You beat me, not that that's saying too much, but you did a really good job. It seems like you had a really good handle on it. But overall, how did the game today and just bowling in general, how did it make you feel?
I mean, yeah, I felt good. I enjoy practice. I enjoy bowling, you know, so it's a lot of fun. Get some activity, physical activity, and I think it's great.
Right. Something I did notice though, there were a few times that your ball didn't go in the exact spot you wanted it to, or maybe you knocked 9 pins down, not 10, and then you bowled again, didn't get that last one. You seemed a little frustrated when you were walking back. So do you think this temporary feeling, especially if it was a full game of like constant, you know, getting frustrated, do you think that would ever inhibit you from continuing to play, or do you think you're able to put that behind you and refocus on enjoying the game itself?
No, I mean, I may have been annoyed for a second, but it doesn't bother me. I can't wait to go up there and throw again and try to do better. So it doesn't inhibit me in any way. It's more like I can't wait to go again.
Sure. And I think that's the most important thing, that like if you're starting to feel a little bit frustrated, the game, like unless you're on the 10th frame, the game's not over, and you have a lot of chances, especially if you're playing more than one game, to do a little better in practice, and especially if you're in a social environment, there are people that might want to help you out, you can ask questions. So again, I know I wanted to focus on community-based activities today, and that's another reason why that's important. So if you're feeling a little frustrated, you're not doing as well, somebody can help you out. When you are feeling frustrated, again, is there anything specifically you think about or you tell yourself when you're trying to shift from that, temporary frustrated feeling back to, hey, this is fun, I'm having a good time?
No, I just basically, for me, I just refocus and try to shoot a better shot. Maybe release the ball better, or, have a different aim point if it comes up again. It's not that, it's frustrating, just very temporary,
Right. Yeah, and like I said before, it seems like you have a pretty good handle on it, so it's almost like when as soon as you throw the ball, you already know what you might have done wrong and what you can improve on. So that's great. So in the beginning, before we started, we talked about some physical and mental benefits. But now that we finished up, can you think of any more?
I mean, the physical benefits we talked about already. Mentally, I think it's good. Like, you go to work all day, you come, you get to forget all about that, and you come and you just focus on bowling. And you have a nice, if you're in the league, it's a nice social environment.
Right.
It's just a lot of fun.
Definitely. So since you do enjoy bowling, as you mentioned, I think it's important that you continue to keep this activity in your leisure repertoire. I know sometimes people join things and then they kind of forget about it once the season's off. You said you're in a league, so I assume there's an off season as well.
Yeah, it's off season.
Right. So, you always want to stick with it, and then you'll probably come to find that you're still going to enjoy it. As we start to get older and may have to adapt or modify activities that we play, you want to make sure you're always being safe on your body, and that's another great reason that people bowl, because it's a low impact sport that implements strengthening muscles, flexibility, balance, and even some cardio, as you mentioned, that bowling a game is almost equal to walking a mile. So I know you mentioned stress relief, which is one of the benefits of bowling, and like I said, you can kind of escape from any stressors, even if you are bowling alone. You might be like thinking, oh, I got to do that later today, or you're stressed about something that happened at work during the day. Well, once you go up there, you're so focused on hitting the pins and throwing that ball in the right direction that kind of all gets blocked out. So I'm glad that you feel that way as well. Another thing that, not to keep going back to how you sometimes get frustrated, but I think that this might also help, that the anticipation once you release the ball, or even waiting to go next if you're in a group, can be an adrenaline rush and tap into your competitive side. And I know that you mentioned you like the competitive nature of it. Even though the league is still fun, it's still a little competitive. And while some competitive sports can actually cause such intense rushes that almost border along dangerous, bowling is able to get your heart pumping without those added risks. Can you think of any sports that you've played in the past or you've engaged in that the adrenaline rush made you feel maybe even more anxious and stressed than just like excited?
Yeah, when I was younger, like playing football or even a baseball game, like it was a lot more stressful. You didn't want to fail.
Right. And yeah, there's sport. Go ahead.
It seemed like it was a much bigger avenue than like it was just a lot more importance to the younger you are. Like it was at certain ages, it's really important, and I think that creates a lot of stress.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can think of times, you said when you were younger, that you might have finished up a game and you might have lost, and you personally might have messed up a little bit, or someone else on your team, and you just kind of feel down about it and upset or stressed, and that's where engaging in leisure activities aren't as beneficial. But you want to make sure that the ones you're engaging in specifically make you feel positive, motivated, energized, happy, and that you're enjoying it all around. And I think if you're able to leave bowling, even if you play in your league and you might not win that day, if you're able to kind of leave it on the field or leave it on the alley, if you will, and still go out and you feel good about it, and the next day still want to go back and play, I think that's really important.
Yeah, I think the older you are, it's easier to not really dwell on a bad round or a bad shot, or I don't think it's just
Well, so you'd say you're going to continue to bowl?
Yeah.
Keep it in your leisure repertoire?
Yeah.
All right, great. Let me see. So, just as a reminder, social engagement is vital to overall health and can help us maintain relationships while building new ones. So I think it's great that you're in that league. And again, if you ever want to escape from that, it's normal and natural to do things by yourself.
Right.
But you really want to build strong relationships that can just lead to an overall happier lifestyle and healthier lifestyle. So do you have any final thoughts or questions?
No, I just think it's enjoyable, and I think it doesn't matter if you throw the ball up, 20 miles an hour or 3 miles an hour. Anybody can be successful at bowling. So I think it's a good sport where it doesn't matter if you're real strong or you're weak. You just get a lighter ball, and there's benefits to being stronger, and but you can still be successful no matter what your size or stature is or how old you are. I mean, I've seen people in their 80s bowl. I've seen a lot of older people bowl. So it's a sport you can do for an extended amount of time.
Right.
So.
And that's important about sports that you want to participate in, that you can, even if you have to modify it a little bit or adapt it, like you said, get a lighter ball or whatever you need to do, that you're still able to engage in some way. As you go. Even some people, they might use Wii Sports bowling if they can't get to a bowling alley or something. So that was a really good point, that at any age, you can adapt to it. All right, great. Well, thank you for participating today.
Well, you're welcome.